What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more Public Image Limited at long last. This is from 1978. It's the self-titled or first issue album. I do apologize. I don't know why I had such time trying to get back to this deep dive, and eventually it fell off for, I don't know what, 7 months or something, 6 months. Either way, I do apologize. We are going to finish it, and I have downloaded the few tracks that are remaining, the Religion 1 Part 2, or Religion 2, and then, what is it, Fodder Stomp, I think is the last track. So, bottom line, we're prepared to go through all of the remaining ones, and I'll try to do it in a relatively quick period of time, given how long the delay was. In any case, the next tune we're going to listen to is called Attack. It's a straightforward word, but as I always say with single word titles, it's hard to get a sense of where the word is heading, or the perspective on the word, given the fact that there's no other context, there's no other indication of what is at play. But attack, it's an aggressive action. It is not defensive, it is not neutral, it is forward, and again, perhaps violent. Now, you can attack something like, oh, I'm going to attack this job, I'm going to start working on it right away. And in that sense, the aggression is metaphorical. There's no real violence per se, so there are contexts in which it may not be violent. But given the not heavy-handed, but the heavy themes of the tracks that I've already heard, I would not be surprised if there's an intense meaning at work here. Let's find out. This is Public Image Limited from their 1978 self-titled album, and the song is called Attack. A bit of a psychedelic feel, because his voice is distant and affected. It sounds like a command or a rallying cry. Terribly different from the very early Subhuman stuff, which is 81. Some of that, anyway. But it's very, raw and dystopian. Aware, or always on the lookout or listen out for afters. Yeah, I didn't catch all the lines there, in part because it was this sort of washed out quality to the vocal. It was sort of, don't know if echoed is the right term, but it had this like, you know, wah quality to it, and it also felt distant, like it was buried behind some of the other sonic layers. And, you know, again, a very raw, you know, late 70s, like heavier punk or post-punk sound. As I said, there's some of the early Subhumans material where it's almost psychedelic and dystopian in that way. Some of their stuff is still, you know, fast from the very beginning, but some of it fits into that vein. And again, that's a few years after, so credit where credit's due. Obviously, working on the street of politically, socially, and culturally dissident and a bit dystopian punk slash post-punk here in '78. So yeah, as I said, I'm not sure all that's going on lyrically, but like I said, like even just in terms of the sonic impact of the chorus, which I suppose is what it was when he would say attack repeatedly and then do that rapid fire tack 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 tack, it felt like a call to arms almost, like a, you know, like let's unleash this fury or, you know, angst or pent up frustration perhaps on these, you know, systems of power and oppression and so on. It felt sort of like that, but again, I didn't catch enough of it to know what is actually happening, and it maybe felt like more personal than that. It might have felt, you know, like speaking to someone and like trying to encourage them to act in a certain way, but perhaps you're having to do that because they're not doing what they should. So yeah, not clear what's happening. Look forward to hearing people comment. Shout out again to Han Solo for sharing this. Apologies to those who've been following. I know Han Solo has been keen to get back to it, mention it a few times, but also I do appreciate the patience. I Just Need Myself, I think, has also commented on a number of the early, you know, 4 or 5 that I've done up to this point of Public Image Limited. In any case, I'll be back for another one of these soon. Do let me know what you think of this. I will see you next time. Peace.